Your Arizona Diamondbacks found a way to absolutely wallop the Miami Marlins. Corbin Carroll hit a grand slam and continues his 17-game on-base streak. Merrill Kelly was magnificent, and the Diamondbacks got a big win. Of course, Jerry P. also hit a home run. That would be a home run everywhere in baseball except Chase Field, and I'm going to scream about it. All of this in 30 seconds. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome in to another edition of the PHNX Dbacks podcast right here on PHNX. My name is Derek Montilla, occasionally known as a man whose eyeballs have seen the actual Diamondbacks City Connect jerseys. Welcome in. The Diamondbacks win big tonight. They win over the Miami Marlins by a score of 10-4. Great to see you guys here. It's great. Yes, JJ is back. He's sitting here over my corner. This is his lair. This is where he hangs out over here in Studio A. But this show, of course, is brought to you by our friends at Bet365 and Game Time. Download the Bet365 app today. Use our code of PHNX365 when you sign up. Get yourself some bonus bets over there. And then, of course, over at Game Time, use our code of PHNX and you'll get $20 off your first purchase when you sign up. Kev, a rare Diamondbacks win outside of the one against the Baltimore Orioles, where we didn't have to worry about whether or not the Diamondbacks were going to be able to pull off a comeback or win this game. And instead, we get an actual victory where the bullpen tried to maybe throw it away a little bit there late, but feels like old times.
It does. And also, the Bats were up early in this game. Finally, some early game offense, and it's not a game that you have to sweat out in the 8th inning again. So, yeah, no, it's always nice to have games like this one, Derek.
It really is. It really is. And that, of course, is the sultry voice of Kevin Thomas, a.k.a. Large Intimate. Glad to have you guys here. Glad to have him here. Damon Dog is in here screaming and yelling about Geraldo Perdomo and how he is just a fan of that man and that man alone, and for good reason. Perdomo hit a dinger today. Corbin Carroll hit a grand slam. He's going to come over. He's still not done. He's just been drinking coffee and energy drinks and running around the floor here. It's been wild, but the Diamondbacks improved to 10-7, and of course, a big reason why was the offense stayed hot after an off day. We did it. The Diamondbacks did not fall asleep. Maybe it was traveling to Miami. Maybe it's because there's lots of fun stuff to do in Miami. That's why nobody shows up to those baseball games. Or maybe, just maybe, it's because this Diamondbacks team is finally starting to wake up. We know that the offense has been good this season. We've got some great contributions, especially from Corbin Carroll, who was able to extend his on-base streak to 17 games, setting a new franchise record for the longest on-base streak to start a season, surpassing David Peralta and knocking him out of the history books. And now there's just 4 guys left ahead of Perdomo, including he's tied with Gerardo Parra, whose name I can no longer say apparently, for a 17-game hitting streak for the 4th longest on-base, not hitting streak, but on-base streak in franchise history. But of course, that happened there in early in the game. Garrett Hampson walked. Corbin Carroll extended his on-base streak with an RBI double that scored Alek Thomas. Alek Thomas, by the way, with 2 outs, singled to get things started there and get that first run for the Diamondbacks. He's been really good this year, and I think it's time, to finally answer the question, like, who deserves more playing time? We felt like it was trending in Alek Thomas's direction, and to be fair, just a little while ago, just in the month of March, just in spring training, Alek Thomas was putting up some of his worst offensive numbers that we've ever seen. I would love to find out what change he made, what adjustments he's made. But Alek Thomas is now hitting 333 this season with a 375 on base percentage. He has an 875 OPS, so 500 slug, and he has 2 stolen bases, which he got one in this game. And you saw Alek Thomas create chaos there with that stolen base that caused them to miss the throw. Again, Rule 5 catcher behind the plate wasn't a dumb idea to be running on him, but it felt like once Alek Thomas did that, once Alek Thomas got things going with the offense and got the chaos started, you just saw the Diamondbacks kind of become the old Diamondbacks that we've come to know and love, that have utilized that chaos to throw the defense off their game and to, take advantage of it. And the Diamondbacks absolutely did that there. Like I said, Garrett Hampson walks. Corbin Carroll extends his on-base streak with an RBI double. Again, 4 other players in team history have had an on-base streak of 17 games or more. And then Geraldo Perdomo, our baby boy, who's just hitting dingers now, just showing off that power, hits a 407-foot 3-run bomb that scores Carroll and Hampson and puts the Diamondbacks up 4-0. Perdomo is he at one point did lead all shortstops, but that's for his OPS, but that was his only hit in this game. So things have adjusted. He's come back down. Right now, he is second technically to Mookie Betts with his 949 OPS. Mookie Betts has a 954. But still, it's the fact that Perdomo, who just got extended, who has been doing it not just with his bat in this game, but with walks. He walked again. I believe he had a walk in this game. And Perdomo just continues to be, a guy that finds a way to help this team win baseball games. And that's why, again, we're seeing him, especially in today's game, batting second. He did not walk today. So again, those were past walks that I was remembering, but a lot of good performances today. Pavin Smith was 2 for 4. Josh Naylor, 2 for 5. He had a solo home run that contributed to the lead, but of course, we got to give Geraldo Perdomo credit where credit is due. His 3-run home run is our Sanderson Ford deep drive of the game. That 407-foot home run was absolutely electric, I should say. Not ecstatic, electric is the word I was looking for. And obviously, that gave the Diamondbacks a significant lead in this game. It felt like they were just kind of on cruise control from that point. They did continue to lead there in the 3rd inning. All of that was just in the 2nd inning, by the way. And then you have Josh Naylor leading off the 3rd inning with his 373-foot home run. Again, 2 for 5 today for Naylor. Great to see him get his 2nd home run of the year. You really feel like that power for Naylor is going to come back around. But I would rather see the consistent at-bats like he had at spring training, and I would like to see Josh Naylor hitting close to 400 again over the home runs, because I mean, they've talked about this on the broadcast. I've heard baseball players bring it up. Archie's brought it up. Like, home runs are cool, right? And they were very cool in this game, especially Corbin Carroll's grand slam. But the sometimes when you just sit there and kind of chip away and single and keep guys on the base path and keep putting that pressure on the defense, it's way more frustrating than clearing the bases and getting that home run that kind of opens things up, but still gives you a new fresh start as a pitcher. So let's see in the chat. Brandon Chips says, how can you not love Jerry? I don't know, man. Jerry P is an incredible baseball player. I think, we saw some nerves there early on in the season. We saw probably some pressure, sure. The contract extension probably to a player like Perdomo gives him a lot to live up to, right? I feel like in baseball, there's 2 ways players can go. They hit their payday. They've achieved their dreams. They've achieved their goal. And that's it. Like you've seen it. It was kind of the story there in the 2000s and such, guys getting a big contract and then start hitting 250 and not really contributing in the way that they did to earn that contract. Right. I think there was a lot of pressure on Perdomo early on, but yeah, I mean, he's really just fallen into the groove that we know he would. Loves being down 0-2 in the count. It's the thing that he missed most in the world when he was off injured. And that guy is a special player. Glad the Diamondbacks have locked him in for a while. So again, going on there, 6th inning, 1 out, bases loaded. Corbin Carroll hits a grand slam, his 6th home run of the year, and this game has been put away in the old ice chest at that point. Diamondbacks were up, I believe, 10-1 or 10-0. That home run went 434 feet. It was 107.8 miles per hour off the bat, and Corbin Carroll continues to be an MVP candidate in baseball this season. He has a 1.158 OPS. He has 6 home runs. He has been critical in the Diamondbacks' current, run, this run of success that they've had, improving now to 10-7. He already has 15 RBI this season and only 1 stolen base. And I think that's probably the only area of concern. If you want to look for one, if you want to find one, that would probably be it. Maybe just because you don't have him still being able to also do all of this and still be speedy on the base path. I just don't know if he needs to, right? The threat of Corbin Carroll running seems to be enough to apply that pressure to the defense. And we got our guy Thunderbolt 47 happy. And like, come on. I know he's screaming about Joe Mantiply. He has to be screaming about Joe Mantiply needing to be removed from this team. But to see Thunderbolt 47 be this happy makes me happy. He says, not just a grand slam, an upper deck shot. Let's go, buddy. This is power. I mean, we've seen Corbin Carroll have power, right? But what is this? What are we going to get, Kevin? Are we going to get a 30, 40 home run season for Corbin Carroll? I mean, like, everything else about him already qualifies him to be an MVP candidate. But if Corbin Carroll can add power and this many home runs to his game, I don't know what we can expect to see. Elise says balls were kind of flying with the roof open there. The 117 mile per hour double off Jarvis in the 9th was crazy. Exit below. Yes, it absolutely was. I'm surprised it wasn't hit right into the glove of a defender. But Corbin Carroll, man, what do you think? Is it crazy to start suggesting that Corbin might hit as Steven Banana says here, a 40-40 season?
No, Derek, I don't think so. But I think the most important thing is if Corbin Carroll can find this bat with consistency with that new stance and do this for a whole season, then you're really talking about an MVP candidate. And not to mention, with Ketel Marte out of the lineup, this is even more important for the Diamondbacks finding ways to win games.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He right now has stepped up big in the absence of Ketel Marte. This offense has stepped up big. And again, that's still with Ketel Marte set to return, according to Troy Lavello, by the end of this month or shortly after. So hopefully we shouldn't miss Ketel Marte for too long. Something somebody did point out in the YouTube chat, and I appreciate them doing that, is that Jordan Lawler, as much as I said on Monday's episode, should be focusing on third base and the left side of the infield, has been playing second base for the last 5 games. And I'm not sure if they need him there. I don't know what the intention is. I don't know if they were just trying him out there. He's been, again, he's been a great defender. He's been producing at the dish. So maybe the Diamondbacks are looking to possibly take a shot at Jordan Lawler coming up and playing some time. But I don't know. The last, 5 games in a row where he's played second base. So maybe I just feel like with Ketel set to come back so soon, I doubt that they would do that, but it's interesting to see if Jordan Lawler stays there at second base in Reno for the time being. But back to the big league club, Corbin Carroll, of course, our King Snake. We got him with a 17-game on-base streak. He was 2 for 5 tonight with 5 RBI. He had a double, and of course, that big grand slam, upper deck shot. This is quite the night for our guy, Corbin Carroll. The Journey says, imagine this offense when Ketel comes back. Imagine. Jack J says, Hampson 0 for 3. There's definitely some weak points here. And again, as much as we talked about the Diamondbacks defense and their depth this season, their defense is getting better, but their depth has been exposed a little bit with some of these injuries. So, I think that that's going to be something that, obviously Hampson is there just to kind of fill a role. I still would like to see more of Tim Tawa. I think that defensively he was pretty good out there. He was actually doing some pretty good things at the dish. I think just give him some more at bats, string them together. Someone wanted to know if I got the golf hat early. I sure did. This is the golf hat. And you could get this hat on May 5th, by the way. This is from our friends at Branded Bills. And this might be the best item, I don't know, that they've ever had over at Chase Field in conjunction with a ticket offer or anything like that. My favorite part of this hat is this little string that's colored red and teal, and it's perfect. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. Groundhog Mama says Derek has connections. That Lourdes doll is from the kids club. She's absolutely right about that. If you want to know how to get my little friend LG3 behind me, I believe it's 10 trips to Chase Field, and all you got to do is check in at the kids club. You become a kids club member, 10 check-ins. We'll get you that little fella, that little adorable guy behind me. But yeah, I mean, they're Elise says the quiet part out loud. I'm over here trying to be positive. I'm trying to be happy. And Elise says 5 through 9 needs to carry their weight. And let's take a look at 5 through 9, shall we? Because combined 5 through 9, meeting Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Eugenio Suarez, Gabriel Moreno, Alek Thomas, Hampson. They combined for 4 hits tonight. Hampson 0 for 3. Gino was 1 for 4. Gabriel Moreno was 1 for 4. Lourdes was 1 for 5. And Alek Thomas 1 for 4. So yeah, she's not wrong about that. And I mean, again, this offense is clicking. I told myself, Kevin, I wasn't going to say that this was clicking. I've used clicking so much. I need like a little bell to be ring the bell every time I say the offense is clicking. It's a cliche that I use far too often. But yes, I mean, this offense is doing what it's doing without those guys. And of course, Gino was such a big part of it. Lourdes, streaky guy. Hopefully he can get on a good streak here. But yeah, with contributions from those guys, with Cattell coming back, it's hard to imagine how good this offense could be potentially, right? But again, Corbin Burns, our king snake. Shout out to Corbin.
Corbin Carroll, our king snake.
What did I say?
Corbin Burns.
It's because I was looking at Scotty. PHX Scotty says Corbin Barrels, and sometimes my brain works really bad like that. His name is Corbin Carroll. You're right. We lead the league in Corbins, by the way, and that's something that's hard for me to remember what to do. But Kevin, despite all this happiness, now Elise has me fired up to be angry about something. I'm ready to be salty. I'm ready to be angry. And what I want to be angry about is Geraldo Perdomo's home run not being a home run at Chase Field. Kevin, give me some throwing shade music, please. What the hell, Chase Field? What the hell? I would think that you, of all places, would be supportive of this team. Are you even a real fan of this team, Chase Field? Do you live and die with the Diamondbacks? Do you not love this team the way that each one of us loves this team? Well, if you say that the answer is yes, you do, I'm here to call you a goddamn liar, because tonight, Geraldo Perdomo hit a 407-foot home run at Miami Marlins Lone Depot Park. I believe that's what it's called. And of all stadiums that it wouldn't have dinged in, it wouldn't have dinged at Chase Field. Kevin, show him the graphic. Show him the proof from Baseball Savant. A home run in 29 of 30 ballparks. And the only one that it wasn't a home run in is Chase Field. Here comes Yoshi trying to take credit for this bit. Yoshi just said it wasn't a home run at Chase Field. I did the research to find out it wasn't a home run in any of these ballparks, or all of them, except Chase Field. Why would you do this to us? I thought you were a real fan, Chase Field. Is it not enough that you cramp our players? Is it not enough that you make us sweat out hot July nights just to stick around to see fireworks on Friday night? Is it not enough that we wanted you to go topless and you refused to do that all season last year? What is with you, Chase Field? How dare you? The audacity of our home ballpark. I'm going to give Piece of Yoshi some credit. He does say, where's my credit for this? So I'm going to say thank you, Piece of Yoshi, for your super chat. But I'm not going to give you credit for this because we found this information also, and that's how Baseball Savant works. Also, Baseball Savant said Josh Naylor's home run would have been a home run in 30 out of 30 ballparks, but that was a lie because when you clicked on it, it was only 4. And of course, those 4 are Fenway, Yankee Stadium, Lone Depot, and Oracle. So, yeah, Josh Naylor's home run basically went in the same area, much shorter. Doesn't matter. How dare you, Chase Field? All right, I'm done throwing shade now. But I do have some shady partners to discuss, and shady in the best possible way. So don't you go anywhere. We're going to talk about Merrill Kelly's night because he was magnificent on the mound. We're also going to talk about what do we do here with Joe Mantiply. All of this on the other side of this break. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondbacks show. Well, I threw some shade, but if you want to add some shade to your outdoor living space, make sure to check out All Pro Shade Concepts. Of course, you can extend your outdoor living space with a custom fit awning. They have hundreds of styles and colors to choose from. They have motorized awnings, LEDs, and they can work within your HOA guidelines to make sure that you are HOA compliant. Of course, they can also replace and fix most old or outdated patio shades and motorized awnings, and they've been in business right here in the Valley for 20 years. They started making these shades by hand for family and friends here in Phoenix. Now they're one of the largest installers of patio shades, of roll-down patio shades and motorized awnings in the Valley. They're licensed, bonded, and insured, so make sure to check them out. You can call them right now at 623-204-1476 or visit allproshadeconcepts.com now to schedule your free estimate. And of course, don't throw shade, add shade. Add some shade to your outdoor living space or a roll down patio shade that'll make your patio 20 degrees cooler. Do it now, call them now, get yourself some better outdoor living spaces. Of course, Shady Rays also is the place to go if you want to survive an Arizona summer. Of course, got to take care of these eyeballs, and you can do that with Shady Rays. They will help you get you the exact pair of sunglasses you like, that fit your face, that make you look good. They also have some incredible lenses, polarized lenses, they're color rush lenses, so many lenses to choose from. And let me tell you, having gone through their lost and broken replacement plan multiple times, they also will not ask you any questions. They'll just apologize and say, we're sorry that you lost your sunglasses, and they'll get you out another pair. So of course, if they ever go missing, you can make sure you check out Shady Ray's lost and broken replacement plan. Also, if you don't love your shades, you can exchange them, especially ordering online. We know ordering online can be hard. You can exchange them for a new pair or get your money back within 30 days worry-free. Of course, there's no risk at all when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back with personal and fast support. So PHNX viewers and listeners, listen up right now. Go to shadyrays.com and save 35% off polarized sunglasses with our code of PHNX. Over 300,000 people have rated Shady Rays 5 stars. Use that code of PHNX today at shadyrays.com. All right. Let's see. We got some more to talk about when it comes to this game, and it has a lot to do with the pitching. Merrill Kelly might be back. And of course, I think the bigger thing here is that the starting pitching staff for the Diamondbacks might be back. Sure, it's the Miami Marlins, but Merrill Kelly was incredible tonight against a fairly hot Marlins team. I mean, not really a lot of, I guess, household names there on the Marlins roster, but still a team that's been able to put together some good offensive performances. And tonight, Merrill Kelly was kind of able to slay them. He went out there and I mean slay in like the dragon way, not slay in like the slay way, but he also slayed. I mean, both work, I guess, but he had really good command of his changeup tonight. I mean, and that's one of the pitches that, of course, when he has command of his changeup, you know, watch out. Like, he still needs to land other pitches in order for that changeup to be effective, but he got 13 whiffs tonight total on his pitches, and 6 of them were on the changeup. He also threw everything. I didn't throw everything a lot, but man, did he throw everything. He threw all 6 of his pitches tonight. I think we have the pitch chart here. You can see the pitch selection from Merrill Kelly tonight. It was pretty incredible. Threw everything. The four-seam fastball, he threw that changeup quite a bit. His cutter was working. His sinker was working. Threw the curveball a little bit, threw the slider a little bit. So he really just did an outstanding job of going out there and I guess continuing to bounce back from that bad performance, you know, one of the worst performances of his career. Right now, Merrill Kelly's ERA sits at 5.57, but it's extremely deceiving because a lot of that is due to one outing. Outside of that outing, Merrill Kelly has been outstanding for this team, and more importantly, so has the entire starting pitching staff, right? This is now, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th quality start from a starting pitcher. It might even be more than that, but I know that the Diamondbacks got 3 quality starts from their pitching staff in their previous series against the Brewers. My apologies, by the way, to Eduardo Rodriguez. I believe at one point during the last show, I said that Erod had a bad game his last outing. Did not. That was definitely incorrect information. I was thinking more of his 12 strikeout game, but his last outing, Erod was fairly solid, and so has pretty much everybody in the starting pitching staff. But Kelly tonight, of course, 6 innings. He gives up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. I think the 9 strikeouts is, you know, is probably an incredible night here for Gallen. So, or excuse me, for Merrill Kelly. I'm sorry. What was I just saw a bunch of 6s come up. What are we at for 6s? Where are we at? What are we talking about? 6. Where are we at for 6? Do you know, Kevin?
I didn't. I was taking a drink of water.
This chat can throw me off so easily, and I just have no idea sometimes what you guys are up to. So
it's like Twitter. You take like a 30-second break or like a 1-day break, and you miss a joke, and now your feed makes no sense.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, this is it was 5 in a row. Where people are saying we're at 6 for 6 quality starts in a row. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, and again, this is something that this pitching staff is starting to put together. If your pitching staff can go out, put together this many quality starts, this is something that's very, very that's going to win you a lot of baseball games. That's frankly it. Starting pitching for this team has been pretty bad, pretty inconsistent, but now they're on a good track. Bullpen, meanwhile, has been outstanding outside of Joe Mantiply. And I'm not dropping this so hard on him because I want to be mean to Joe Mantiply, but holy crap, man. I mean, this was a 10-1 game, and yet in 1 inning, Joe Mantiply made it seem like the Marlins were very capable of a comeback, right? He seems to have become a liability on the mound, and that 7th inning just really, really got away from him. And again, the Diamondbacks had a significant lead, so like many of you joked, yes, that's the time to put in Joe Mantiply, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, when you take a look at what the Marlins were able to do there, you know, especially, you know, he comes in and Joe Mantiply gets the first 2 outs, essentially kind of effortlessly. And next thing you know, Griffin Conine, which is Jeff Conine's son, and made me feel very old. He gets a double. Then Liam Hicks doubles. Conine scores. It's 10-2. Graham Pauley singles. Xavier Edwards singles. Jesus Sanchez walks. I mean, this was just. It was like one thing after the next, and Mantiply with 2 outs just suddenly became completely ineffective. We've seen this happen to him before. We've seen this happen to other relievers, frankly, on this team where they're just 1 out away of getting out of an inning. But, you know, Mantiply ends up giving up 4 hits, 2 earned runs in the inning, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And again, with how good the rest of the bullpen has been, there are 2 guys that are returning, and I feel very much like, you know, Joe Mantiply at this point is kind of the easy selection here for the Diamondbacks. His ERA has run up to 13.50 on the season. And I mean, it just, again, it's frustrating because he does come out and get those first 2 outs, but holy crap, he just really fell apart there trying to get that final out, right? So yeah, then you got Shelby Miller come in and breeze through 1 inning of work, get 1 strikeout, and look like he could go 3 more innings strong, right? So other parts of this bullpen have been rolling, and again, not sure if when Kevin Ginkel returns, he's going to be perfect or he's going to be able to be as good as some of these other arms in the bullpen have been. However, you feel like at this point that it's an easy decision for the front office here in regards to, you know, who they replace. Now, Graveman is a different story. I'm not sure if Graveman, you know, instantly gets a spot in returning. I don't know. It does feel like Bryce Jarvis, who did pitch in this game, would also be, you know, a candidate there as well. He didn't really struggle, but Bryce Jarvis didn't have a clean inning. He gave up 2 hits and he gave up an earned run. And again, it was fine. He gets out of the inning. He didn't have kind of the meltdown that Joe Mantiply had, but what Bryce Jarvis had was kind of more reminiscent of what we see when the Diamondbacks put in these relievers, especially if this was like a reverse game where it was more of a blowout and guys like Mantiply and Jarvis were put in kind of in a mop-up role or to maybe hold the you know, Marlins from scoring more or whatever, just kind of eat some innings up. Both of those guys gave up runs, and both of those guys were able to not, you know, go out there and put up clean innings. So I don't know. It might be a bit reactionary to assume that that's what the case may be. I feel like Ginkel has earned his spot, so that one kind of feels like there's no question about that's going to happen. Jarvis, that's a little different, and Graveman, of course, I still feel like might have some things to prove. Diamondbacks are evaluating him. They're going to continue to evaluate him on the backfield and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But what do we got here? Let's see. Yeah, no, we're Perdomo is definitely a special guy. We're talking about people not convincing him. I know that person that you're talking about isn't David, that's for sure. But let's take a look ahead, because the Diamondbacks, again, have 2 more games here with the Marlins. And this pitching staff, these 2 guys have been pretty good their last couple of games out. That's right, Brandon Pfaadt. He will be starting in game 2 against Max Meyer for the Marlins. And then Erod steps up against Edward Cabrera in the finale here. Eduardo Rodriguez, 0-2 with a 4.86 ERA. But again, his last 2 performances, I think, are better than the numbers indicate. And Brandon Pfaadt, 2-1 with a 3.50 ERA. He was outstanding, and hopefully we'll see Brandon Pfaadt there continue to shove. Tanner asks, is Kyle Nelson pitching in Reno? Yes, I believe Kyle Nelson is pitching in Reno. I'll confirm that, or I'll get Kevin to check on that for me, Kevin, if you wouldn't mind. But yeah, I mean, the Diamondbacks definitely still have some arms in Reno for depth. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it really does feel like, their bullpen has been solid outside of Joe Mantiply. Even Bryce Jarvis deserves his credit. So very, very interesting to see what happens here, because both of those relievers are set to come back here very soon. So, but we got some more to discuss, including our numbers from this game. We're going to talk about all of this on the other side of this break. Don't you guys go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. If you are looking to try out a wonderful all-natural THC product, you got to check out Cornbread Hemp and their gummies. Their THC gummies are the first ever USDA organic THC gummy, and their mission is to improve the quality of life with high-quality hemp. And they are doing that over there at Cornbread Hemp. Of course, they're all about a healthier happy hour, a natural and healthier way to experience a carefree moment. The THC gummies from Cornbread Hemp offer a balanced sense of happiness and relaxation, and sometimes that's what we need when we watch a Diamondbacks game, especially when they're down late. You know what I mean? But 10 milligrams of THC per gummy is just the right dose here, and that's what Cornbread Hemp offers you. No synthetic ingredients, and they are Farm Bill compliant. Of course, legal for adults over 21. And if you haven't had a chance to try them out, there's a wide variety of effects, including a sleep edition gummy, which I am a huge fan of. I always need to get a good night's sleep for good recovery, and you should try them too if you suffer from my thing is staying asleep. I can fall asleep anywhere. I'll fall asleep in this chair doing the show, but staying asleep is the problem. If you're looking for a healthier way to enjoy a carefree moment, you have to give Cornbread Hemp a try. They've created the first ever USDA organic THC gummy that's 100% legal. And as a special offer for our listeners, you can get 30% off your first order. Just visit cornbreadhemp.com/PHNX and use code PHNX at checkout. Again, that's cornbreadhemp.com/PHNX and use code PHNX for 30% off your first order. Cheers to a healthier happy hour. And let me tell you, you guys need to get yourselves in a home. I tell these young people this. I tell everybody I meet that. I tell everybody how much I want to be in my home and how happy I am. And of course, if you are trying to get there, Carol Royce can help you. Let Carol Royce and her team get you a game plan. Even if you don't think you can buy a home at this point of your life, you can talk to Carol Royce, call her up, check out their website, and they can help guide you there. Carol can help you with financing. She can also help you build your goal from your starter home to your eventual dream home. She can guide you, of course, with her knowledge, of course, on financing and how you can get the best interest rate. She can also, of course, help you out with all sorts of other things, including having access to off-market homes that you just won't find on other websites like Realtor or Zillow.com. Carol and her team have been serving the Valley here for over 3 decades. Diehard sports fans. It's a family operation over there. So make sure to give her a try. She can definitely get you started on your home ownership journey. Maybe you're looking to move, but you need to sell first. You can buy one of Carol's homes and she'll buy yours for cash. And if you're ready to find your dream home right now, take the next step. Call Carol Royce at 480-778-5231 or visit Carol online at carolroyceteam.com and tell them PHNX sent you. That's carolroyceteam.com. Terms and conditions apply. And yeah, let me tell you, I mean, I hate how high rent is. I hate how much I hear people are paying for their homes. It's sad. And I really want everybody to get themselves in a home. Hopefully these interest rates and such can lower down and can make things more affordable for people. But I have to thank Desert Financial, of course, for helping me get started on my home ownership journey. They got me started down that path. And of course, I'm very thankful that they did. They also always help us with our numbers. Here are our numbers for tonight's game. Diamondbacks outscore the Marlins 10-4. They out-hit the Marlins 11-9. Diamondbacks were 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Marlins, meanwhile, were 3 for 8. Extra base hits, Diamondbacks had 4. Marlins had 3. No home runs there for the Marlins. And then expected batting average, fairly close for both teams, 265 for the Diamondbacks and 244 here for the Marlins. I will tell you this much. I think that this Marlins team definitely, I reminded us very quickly how things could turn. I think we've been fairly used to the Diamondbacks bullpen being solid this year. I didn't really imagine this game getting, honestly, even as close as it did. But again, that's because unfortunately one of the Diamondbacks relievers right now is struggling, right? And again, it's a guy that has been a big part of this team in the past. He's been very solid for the Diamondbacks, yet right now doesn't have things working for him. But this Marlins team, I think, is another winnable series. And when you look ahead at the Diamondbacks rest of their month of April, I think they can close things out here strong without too much, too many teams here giving them too much of a problem. But not to take anything away from this Marlins team, they do have an 8-8 record now after losing tonight. They've fought back. I'm not sure if you remember, but they started their season, I believe, with 3 comeback victories over the Pirates. So when I started to see those things happen there late, it made me very nervous, and I did not like it. So I will say, though, that the Diamondbacks definitely have a chance here to, again, pounce on this Marlins team. Hopefully their pitching can remain strong and, close out the series. What I'd like to see is the S word. And I'm not going to say the S word, but you guys know what the S word is. I think that one of the weaknesses of this team, one of the weaknesses of Torey Lovullo, is putting out a weaker starting lineup on a finale if they do take the first 2 games of a series. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the case here with the Diamondbacks, especially now that we're kind of getting more into the groove of the season for sure. Sean said the S word, so of course, if that doesn't happen, you guys can blame him. The Journey says, love to see 50% of opportunities with runners scoring position turning into runs. That's when you know this offense is clicking. When they're, I said it. Hit the bell. I said it. Damn it. I said it. But yes, that's definitely when things are going their way. And, again, that's efficient offense, efficiency in their offense. Kevin, what did you think of this game? Were you ever nervous at any point? Did you get a little verklempt when they when they started scoring those runs against Mantiply?
No, I was more so just disappointed that Mantiply was letting it become. I was disappointed Mantiply let it become even somewhat respectable, because it should have been a complete blowout. It should have been a very, very brief game, but it did get dragged out a little bit. But it's always fun when your team puts up double-digit runs, right? So
yeah, it is. And like I said, it was just the second game. I don't know. Merrill Kelly's first start was you felt fairly good about that, I think, during that game. But the Diamondbacks haven't had a lot of wins this season that you felt confident when they got an early lead that they were able to keep it. They've honestly been pretty bad about giving up runs early in this game, in these games. So Merrill Kelly kind of had probably his closest inning to giving up a run there in the first, but got out of it, and then the Diamondbacks kind of cruised in this one. So it was a wonderful thing to see. Another wonderful thing would be for you guys to check out that Die Hard deal. Did you throw that up on the screen? Because I
sure
mean,
did.
Can we do it again? Because I didn't
Sure
get a chance to even talk about this, and this Die Hard deal is crazy. Of course, $36 right now. It is our NFL Draft Day Live. We're going to be over at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. I think I have to talk about that later, so I'll wait to do that. But excuse me. Of course, that one snuck up on me. Die Hard. Get yourself a Die Hard deal. $36. If you want to get yourself a shirt from our locker, like one of our brand new PHNX Diamondback shirts for this season, go get yourself this Die Hard membership. It comes with a shirt for free. You get ad-free access to PHNX expert analysis, breaking news, and insider reports. You get access to our Die Hard draft guide. You get a free PHNX shirt of your choosing. You get 20% off all PHNX events and merch. Access to the Die Hard's only Discord lounge. We are going to be doing Dbacks After Dark again. Of course, I'm going to make Archie call in from wherever the hell he is in the world. Maybe we'll just make that a new segment. Where in the world is Archibald Bradley? That's the only way I can stretch it out to match the song. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to be doing some great things for diehards. Of course, they already got PHNX Puffs, which I go over and appear on all the time. So hopefully you guys will join us. But if you've ever thought about it, if you've ever considered it, this is one of the lowest prices that we've ever offered. It's one of the lowest prices we do offer. And really, we just want to get you guys here, part of the family. This community that we've built, by the way, with you Diamondbacks fans has been one of the biggest joys of my life. I've brought it up before, but the fact that we have karaoke parties for people's birthday and we hang out, and some of these friendships and some of these, relationships have extended far beyond the reaches of PHNX and our show. Delights me to no end. Of course, sometimes in life, that's what this entire thing is about. We're here to be excited about the Diamondbacks beating the Marlins tonight, right? It's an amazing, amazing thing. But another great part about it is that this is the family. And Candace, I can't believe Candace isn't already a diehard. Isn't that infuriating?
It's disappointing.
I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed, Candace. I'm not lying. But yes is the only right answer. That way you can go get Jesse Jr. on a t-shirt, and then your day will instantly be better. But I do mean it when I say that this has been one of the most amazing things that I've ever done with my life, and I can't take full credit for it. Honestly, the community that we've created through our diehards has become something that has grown bigger than any of us, right? So I think that's the amazing part. Poke fan Marcus says, sending love from Michigan. We appreciate you, love you, thank you so much. Steven Banana says, I'm not a diehard. Well, change that, Steven, right now. Go get yourself a shirt. And of course, Ty says, hope to see you at Double or Nothing, Derek. Go Backs. Yes. Double or Nothing, AEW. I have a lot of wrestling.
Yes.
I have a lot of yes, I'm going to be there. Yes, you will see me at Double or Nothing for
You'll
sure.
see us.
You will see us. You will see. Well, you'll see them. I'll be backstage hanging with Swerve.
Damn, chat. You see how he does that? You see how he does your boy? That's
catering. Crazy. Oh, the chicken and rice and catering is so good. All right. Well, I just love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Look, I mean, this entire thing, I mean, if you've been a fan of this show for a while, you know we've gone through a transition over the last year. Everybody here at PHNX has, but it's not been easy on us. And I know it hasn't been easy on many of you guys that watch these shows for us and hang out with us and become part of this family with us. So I appreciate you guys that have stuck around and become diehards and stayed diehards. And those of you guys that are wondering what all of the fun is about, make sure you do so. We're taking over the pool over at Chase Field for Shane's birthday. We're going to have a little takeover, maybe a little watch party action going on at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. Of course, hop on. We're going to be doing some cool things. BComC clearly, thank you for your super chat. He says, I love Merrill Kelly. Don't tell Noah, Daddy. Oh, Noah's going to be so jealous and upset with you. I'm going to text him after we get off the show.
I already sent him a photo.
Did you already send him a screenshot of it?
Yeah.
Oh, Noah's going to be so disappointed. M says, we need Lourdes, Gino, and Gabby, at least one of the three, to do something. They are back to back and a huge black hole. You're not wrong. That was that 5 through 9 that Elise was talking about there. At least, Alek Thomas, he was still 1 for 4 today. I'm not going to completely let him off the hook, but Thomas has been producing and doing some things. I mean, Jake McCarthy has really struggled down there as well. So you're right, though. Really, this isn't wrong. We just need one of these guys to wake up. We need one of these guys to have a batting average right now. Let's see, better than 250, because right now Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is hitting 150. Gino's hitting 153. Gabby's hitting 225, or Luli. We might have to start calling him Luli, by the way, which is what I found out what his real nickname is. And then Alek Thomas still hitting 333. Garrett Hampson is hitting 118. Ketel Marte, we miss you so much. That's all I'll say. Brandon Chip says, we need another Gila River D-backs event. Yes, we do. We absolutely need that. Not just D-backs. We need some other guys out here. What I want to do, I want to get Randy Johnson out there one of these days, and I want to present him with a Roosevelt shirt with his face on it, and then I want to talk to him about baseball for 45 straight minutes. That's what I want to do. So let's see if we can get the D-backs involved to help us with that. I do have – this is not – we're going to get awfully sentimental on this show. I know we already covered this game. There's not a lot more to talk about, but today was Jackie Robinson Day, and we are going to talk about why it's a very special day for – baseball, for sports, for all of us on the other side of this break. Of course, don't you go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. Our friends over at Sanderson Ford have just announced their From America for America employee pricing. So if you right now are in the market for a new vehicle, it is the best time for you to go check out Sanderson Ford. Now you pay what the employees pay on the full line of new Fords with no hassle, no pressure, and no nonsense, no added markups. Of course, a lot of Ford dealerships are going to have this same deal, but they are not just going to keep this set price. They are going to add addendums and add-ons. Meanwhile, Sanderson Ford will not. They are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason, and that is because they not only have the inventory of Fords that you're looking for, but they also have a 70-year reputation of treating you right here in Arizona. Ford is undeniably the most America First automaker in the world, and now is the best time to buy a new Ford with From America for America employee pricing. Excludes the 2025 Expedition, 2025 Super Duty, Raptors, Mustang, and Bronco specialty vehicles. Get out there, go to Starliner Diner, get yourself some lunch, fill yourself up, and then make a good decision on buying a new Ford. Speaking of that Cardinals draft day party, by the way, that is going to be happening at Gila River Resorts and Casinos Wild Horse Pass on April 24th. Come on out, join us for that. Join Bo, Johnny, Damon Dog, Cardinals diehards, and more at Gila River. No, Damon, he's out of town, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've been advertising Damon for weeks.
Yeah. Every time you say it, Shane usually yells from his office, "No, Damon."
Card is subject to change, folks. Card is subject to change, but you will get Johnny and you will get Bo, and you know that's plenty to deal with. So make sure to go check those boys out at Gila River Resorts and Casinos Wild Horse Pass. They'll be in the Upper Decker Bar and Grill for an unforgettable NFL draft party and live show presented by Circle K in Gila River. Your ticket includes entrance to the Upper Deck Bar and Grill and PHNX Cardinals live show, and all-you-can-eat dinner buffet, drink tickets for the 21 and over crowd, raffle tickets for great giveaways, and of course, diehards get 20% off that event. Also, just go check out Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Go there for the event, stick around, play, go bet on a little red-black action on the roulette tables, check out some of the slot machines. Most importantly, you do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playathgila.com for more details. Well, Damon, Kevin.
We do have another super chat.
We do. Benjamin Hunley says, I miss Kevin Newman. God, that's such a solid statement. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Kevin Newman's having himself a very good year, but that's because he left the Arizona Diamondbacks. Kevin Newman's batting 100 right now. He has 2 hits this season. Do you still miss him? But you're wrong. You're not wrong. Kevin Newman deserves his credit because Kevin Newman very much came into this team kind of as like Garrett Hampson in that kind of role. Yet he was so incredibly solid as a backup, and he did so much for this team in 2024. It didn't matter where the Diamondbacks moved him. That man found success, and he was just always able to deliver. I mean, he didn't put up the best numbers last year for the Diamondbacks, but still, he was very, very different as far as a replacement for an injured player there at second base or in the infield. But today, very, very, very important day in Major League Baseball. It is Jackie Robinson Day. April 15th, as many of you know, is the day that Jackie Robinson made his Major League debut. That was back in 1947, breaking the color barrier in baseball, breaking the color barrier in sports, being just having a huge impact, obviously, on the game, but far beyond the game, right? You're talking about a sport that at one time, the Negro Leagues were a thing that existed where they separated baseball players and athletes based on the color of their skin, which is just still one of the wildest notions to think of to this very day, right? And again, this is a day that is celebrated throughout baseball. The number 42 is retired on every team. Every player wore it today, which made things very confusing when you're trying to track which player was doing what. But all jokes aside, the impact Jackie Robinson has had on not just the game of baseball, but on the world is something that we should never forget, right? Josh Naylor paid tribute to Jackie Robinson with his shoes in tonight's game. I think we have a picture of that. That was pretty electric. Let's see those. Yeah, those are incredible. I won't lie. I know we're honoring Jackie Robinson, and I don't want to let my Dodger hatred seep through here. But when I first did see the sock combination and the shoe, it made me a little sick.
That's valid.
Just
to be honest,
bit,
that's valid
because the numbers are very, very, very Dodger, and the socks were very Dodger. You could have
went with a more like bland color scheme. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
But I'm past it. That's fine. But what I will say, and thank you for your wonderful super chats, Brandon Chips. says, cheers to Jackie. He sent us a super chat. Thank you for that. Also, our groundhog mama, who was in here today, dropping off a very wonderful care package for Girth and Girth Jr. I wonder if Girth Jr. is in the chat right now. But Groundhog Mama said, everyone watching should be a diehard. 2 years ago, I never heard of PHNX. Now some of my best friends are people I've met through PHNX. We are doing life together now. Heart to all the PHNX folks. Love to you. We appreciate you. You've been a huge part of our community. We can't thank you enough. And also tell Cogs to stop calling baseball games and get in here and sit in the seat next to me so we can talk about baseball. But yes, we do have a great man to honor today. And I think it's, and Nate Cleveland brought up Corbin's sleeve too. Yeah, Corbin had a sleeve honoring Jackie Robinson as well. It's been nearly 80 years since Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in baseball. And I have to admit, I'm 44 years old. Things right now in this world might be as bad as they've ever been, with race relations, with hatred, with racism in this country. And it's kind of mind-boggling to me to think of how, I grew up in this world of, maybe again, very old. So that's why you should be shocked by this, by me saying that this is what I feel. But I think a lot of people would agree that now has kind of been a pretty terrible time for this. And I mean, again, we go out, we honor a man like Jackie Robinson and what he did for Major League Baseball and what he did for the world. But it can't be this fake facade of honoring him, right? We can't continue to support hateful people, hateful rhetoric, be hateful people, use this racism that people have fought so hard against, that we thought we were kind of leaving behind and moving past, and having it rear up and kind of be what it is in the year of 2025, in the year of our Lord 2025, right? My father was a big Jackie Robinson fan. I mean, my dad had paintings of Jackie Robinson. My dad had paintings of guys like Muhammad Ali. He had paintings of so many guys, especially in sports, because sports, again, is something that people love. So at times, sports can be that thing that can end that hatred and make people see, each other for what they are, human beings, right? Respect each other, kind of have that be a part of our lives where, again, even if it's through sport, it can wake people up and make them see that we're all human beings, right? So I just want to remind everybody on a day like this that's very special in baseball, a day we celebrate it in every single baseball game being played, that we need to remember where we were at one point. We can't keep doing this about history. We can't, just sometimes remember it as a fun day. Like, hey, Jackie Robinson was great. He did great things. Yeah. You know what? Also, Jackie Robinson went through a whole bunch of crap, a whole bunch of terrible racist crap that he went through in his career, in his major league career, in his career before being a Major League Baseball player. And so did so many baseball players of color at that time. So again, this is just something that I was getting sentimental about the Die Hard thing. I want to get sentimental about this. But yeah, Greedo, like a Star Wars thing with the most, this is very deep here. He says sports is the greatest meritocracy and the best of all races shine through. It's the best. And I think that's the thing with sports is, we do come together because of sports. We do find community because of sports. But one thing that we need to realize and recognize is that, we're all human beings. We should all be treated equally. We should all move on past some of this hatefulness. And I know a lot of it is because social media is what it is. I know a lot of it is because people can do it anonymously or whatever. And some might even say that, I didn't mean it or whatever. Just be better people is what I suggest. And I'm not trying to browbeat people here in the chat, because I know you guys are awesome, but yeah, I mean, it's just something to keep in mind here. Satchel Paige was one of Greedo's favorites growing up. How old are you, Greedo? I just have to ask that question. I appreciate you being here. I do. At any age, I don't discriminate. Who am I? I'm an old guy to be talking about other people being old. But no, I mean, no, again, that was one thing I found so incredibly cool about MLB The Show last year, was not only the inclusion of the Negro Leagues in the game, but the stories they told, the way that they tried to, not only did they tell you the story of so many great players that many people might not know, or many people never had a chance to really see play the game, but they did it in such a cool way. Like there was so much, it was just a really well done kind of documentary somehow snuck into a baseball video game. So I know we've moved on. I know we're into 2025, and I know we're all about doing Paul Skeens and Ellie De La Cruz career modes, but if you haven't had a chance to check out MLB 2024, that's really cool. And if you haven't had a chance to read up on Jackie Robinson, I suggest today be the day for that. I suggest today be the day that maybe check out some of the great Negro League players that never got a chance to play in Major League Baseball. And, again, what Jackie Robinson did for this game and for this country. I will say that I am proud of again, baseball, but baseball does still have issues at times, and it's something that again, it's almost it can't be a day in vain. It's got to be a day where we really realize what Jackie Robinson was able to do and remember it and try to live something like that. But let's see. Sean said Paul posted pictures from the Negro League Museum when he was in KC for the Big 13 tourney. It looked awesome. He was here today actually decked out in his stuff, right? He was wearing a Monarchs jersey and he had his Negro League book with, I don't know what it was. It was I think a notebook, but it was Saul bought all the merch while he was there, and he had a great time. But Nate Cleveland suggests watching the movie 42. That's great for multiple reasons, by the way. Chadwick, by the way, rest in peace. I will say that this is I don't want to leave it so heavy, but again, this is a fun day. This is once again a reminder that baseball is very important in the grand scheme of things for the world. So let's remember that. Let's also have fun watching this Diamondbacks team. It's a lot of fun to watch. They're going to continue to be fun to watch. And offensively, hopefully they can get some of these guys woken up. But for now, Corbin Carroll continues to do the thing. 17-game on-base streak for Corbin Carroll. That's a franchise record, just at least for starting the season. Luis Gonzalez obviously still holds the record there for 35, but yeah, I mean, this team's doing it. So it's a lot of fun to watch them right now. Merrill Kelly and the starting pitching continues to be awesome. We'll get that. Hopefully we'll get that out of Brandon Pfaadt in game 2 tomorrow. We will have another post game for you tomorrow. So make sure to join us after the game, 15 minutes after the final out. Also on Thursday and Friday, just to let you guys know, we will be coming to you live from Las Vegas. When I say we, I just mean me by myself. I'm probably going to bring LG3 with me, but Kevin's going to be here in the studio. David's going to be here in the studio. I will be partially naked, half naked, and fully drunk, and hosting this show around 2 p.m. So make sure to join us then on Thursday and Friday for that. Of course, those will both basically be post-game shows because that game on Thursday starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, Arizona time. So we'll just be going live at 2 p.m. just to give me time to actually reach Las Vegas. And then on Friday, 2 p.m. should roughly be the time of when that game against the Chicago Cubs ends. That's an 11:20 start in that one. So, of course, Brandon Chips asked Mai Tais in hand. I'm more of a pina colada guy, but there'll be something definitely frozen in a glass in my hand for sure. But I can't wait for that. I also can't wait to see this Diamondbacks team continue to take on the Miami Marlins. So again, we will be back tomorrow. You can follow us on Twitter. I am at Cap_caveman with a K. My guy Kevin is at KevoPost. Just for fun, follow Damon Dog because he's firing off fire tweets about Geraldo Perdomo, and he's going to continue to do that. And we are Damon's dogs. Bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
All right. Our show is at PHNX_Dbacks. But, of course, as always, all roads lead to at PHNX_sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Kevin, did you have anything to add on Jackie Robinson Day before we got out of here?
No, but a definition of dignity and perseverance and integrity, and his importance can't be summed up in 30 seconds, but I think those words do it somewhat justice, and a very important day to remember that man. Real quick, we have about a minute and 20 seconds left, Derek. WrestleMania predictions go.
I think Cody Rhodes is going to lose to John Cena. I think Jey Uso is going to beat Gunther. I think that CM Punk is going to win the triple threat match. I think Seth Rollins is the third man with The Rock and John Cena. I think that Rhea Ripley comes out on top in the women's three-way match. I think that we're going to see a new Intercontinental champion, but it won't be Penta.
Dirty Dom?
Dirty Dom, that's my pick. Dirty Dom actually is my pick. And then most importantly, I think I'm going to have a blast going to Joey Janela's spring break. And I'm also going to see Sabu's last match in a barbed wire match. And I don't know, all sorts of other crazy stuff. I can't wait to be drunk on Fremont in a tiger mask and a suit. I'm bringing the turtleneck from the draft party. So you know it's going to be lit. But of course, tune in to my socials for all of that party. Follow all of us, do all of that thing. We'll be back tomorrow. Most importantly, join us. Most importantly, get down on that Die Hard deal, $36. It's amazing. Candace, because she did it. We did it. We got another one. Let's go. Welcome to the family, Candace. Let's go. I hope you got the JJ shirt, but of course, we love you. We appreciate you guys being here. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, roughly. Game starts around the same time, so we'll see you. Hopefully celebrating another Diamondbacks win. Until then, behave yourselves, have yourselves a wonderful evening, and remember, kids, baseball is fun, but it's so much more fun when your starting pitching absolutely shoves.
We all silly like the mayor.